Childhood is considered to be the golden period of one's life, but this does not hold true for some children who struggle to make their both ends meet during their childhood years. Full stop. At a tender age, comma, which is supposed to be an age of playing and going to school, comma, some children are compelled to work in factories, comma, industries, comma, offices, or as domestic help. Full stop. Child labor means employment of children in any kind of work that hampers their physical and mental development, comma, deprives them of their basic educational and recreational requirements. Para. According to the data from Census 2011, comma, the number of child laborers in India is 10.1 million, of which 5.6 million are boys and 4.5 million are girls. Para. Earlier, the children used to help their parents in agricultural practices such as sowing, comma, harvesting, comma, reaping, and taking care of cattle, etc. Full stop. But industrialization and urbanization have in a way encouraged child labor. Full stop. Now, comma, children are employed in hazardous work such as beedi rolling, comma, cracker industry, comma, pencil, comma, matchbox and bangle making industries, comma, roadside restaurants, comma, hotels, etc. Para. Working in these industries poses great risk to child physically and mentally. Stop. Some of them are in the beedi industry, comma, children are expected to perform all the course of rolling, comma, binding and closing the ends of beedies using their nimble fingers. Stop. The cracker industry poses threat to the lives of the children due to their direct exposure to the explosive material. Stop. The bangle and pencil making industries make the child susceptible to different respiratory problems and lung cancer, comma, in the worst cases. Full stop. Besides, comma, children are employed as laborers in the garment, comma, leather, comma, jewelry and sericulture industry, where children's health suffers due to poor working conditions. Para. A number of factors could be attributed to the rise of these menace. Full stop. In the poor and lower strata families, comma, children are considered to be an extra earning hand. Full stop. These families have a conviction that every child is an earner, comma, so they have more number of children. Full stop. The children are expected to shoulder their parents' responsibilities. Stop. Parental literacy is also one of the contributors to this problem. Stop. Education tends to take a backseat in the lives of these children. Full stop. The uneducated parents consider education as an investment in comparison to the returns which they get in the form of earnings of their children. Full stop. Employers also prefer child laborers in comparison to adults. Full stop. This is because they can extract more work and still afford to pay the children lesser amount. Para. The child laborers are subjected to unhygienic conditions, comma, late working hours and different atrocities which have a direct effect on their cognitive development. Full stop. Due to poor working conditions and undernourishment, comma, child suffers from various health complications, full stop. The young and immature minds of the children find it difficult to cope with such situations, leading to different emotional and physical problems. Stop. Uneducated, unguided children who work in society sometimes get influenced by criminal activities and commit crimes at a low age. Para. Bonded child labor is one of the worst forms of child labor. Stop. In this comma, the children are made to work in order to pay off a loan or debt of the family. Stop. Bonded labor has resulted into trafficking of the children from rural to urban areas in order to work as domestic helps or in small production houses or just lead the life of street beggars. Para. The government has an important role to play in this fight against child labor. Stop. As poverty is one of the major causes of child labor in India, comma, the government needs to assure that it provides basic amenities to all its citizens and there is an equal distribution of wealth. Full stop. It needs to generate sufficient jobs to assure employability to the poor. Stop. At the same time, comma, NGOs can provide vocational training to people in order to get them good jobs or to make them self-employed. Full stop. The government, comma, in collaboration with NGOs, comma, should reach out to the poor people to make them understand the importance of education. Full stop. They should be made aware of the government's initiative to provide free education to all the children between the age group of 6 to 14 years. Stop. The parents must be encouraged to send their children to the schools instead of workplaces. Para. To prohibit the child labor in India, comma, the Nobel Prize winner Kailash Satyarthi took an initiative. Full stop. He is the founder of Bachpan Bachao Andolan, comma, an organization dedicated towards the eradication of child labor and rehabilitation of the rescued former child workers. Full stop. The former President Pranab Mukherjee launched a 100 million for 100 million campaign, comma, that was conceptualized to end child labor, comma, child slavery, comma, violence against children, comma, etc. Para. Educated citizens can contribute significantly in spreading the awareness about the harmful effects of child labor. Full stop. High income group families can pool in funds to support the education of poor children. Full stop. Schools and colleges can come up with innovative teaching programs for the poor children. Full stop. The principle of each one, comma, teach one can be followed. Stop. Children of the support staff of schools and colleges can be offered free education. Full stop. There are certain things we can do at our level to combat the menace of child labor. Full stop. The need of the hour is to expand the machinery for enforcing the various laws on child labor. Full stop. If child labor is to be eradicated from India, comma, the government and those responsible for the enforcement need to do their jobs sincerely. Para. The Indian government enacted many laws to protect child rights, comma, namely, comma, the Child and Adolescent Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986, comma, the Factories Act, comma, 1948, comma, the Mines Act, comma, 1952, comma, the Bonded Labor System Abolition Act and the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act, 2000, para. Most of these acts prohibit the employment of children below the age of 14 years in factories, hazardous occupations or in bondage, full stop. The National Policy on Child Labor, 1987 looks into the rehabilitation of children working in hazardous occupations, full stop. Article 39 of the Indian Constitution declares the duty of the state to provide the children the facilities to develop in a healthy and congenial environment and in conditions of freedom and dignity, para. The Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act, 2009 mandates free and compulsory education to all children between the age group of 6 to 14 years, full stop. Apart from this, it also reserves 25% seats in every private school for economical weaker section of the society, stop. In May 2015, the government approved a proposal allowing children below 14 years age to work in family enterprises or entertainment industry with specific conditions, full stop. In July 2016, the parliament passed the Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Amendment Bill, 2016, full stop.